asking and wondering if you are feeling burnt out because same. Welcome to the Entrepreneur Motivation Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Billow. Today, we're going to be talking about burnout, and I am specifically asking and wondering if you are feeling burnt out because same. So am I. And it is actually funny because the title of this episode is Dealing with Burnout, ? Same. And my VA already made the thumbnail for this. And I'm honestly recording this at like 4:17 p.m. on the day that this is supposed to go live. So if that gives you an idea of me being burnt out, here you go. Because I was thinking about not even doing this episode. I talked to a friend who's an accountability partner. We meet up every 2 weeks and he's creating content. He's creating blog posts for a new website that he's doing like affiliate marketing type stuff. And that's the power of accountability because I'm seeing the momentum he's getting. He's starting to publish frequently, consistently, setting goals to, write an article every day type thing. And here I am telling him like, this is the first time I've ever really missed an episode. And after our conversation, I was re-inspired to just turn the camera on and record a quick episode for you. My life coach mentioned a term called languishing. She sent me a podcast that was about 8 minutes on it, just talking about, with 2020 and the lockdowns and just one thing after another. People are just feeling kind of meh, like MEH, like meh. I'm just not really excited, not really happy, not really sad, just burnt out, And the phrase that podcast episode used was called languishing. Let me see exactly what that word means here. If I type in languishing definition, languishing, according to the dictionary definition, is failing to make progress or be successful. And the example is the country's languishing stock market. So that was the word that was used in that episode that she recommended to me. And I can definitely resonate with that. Maybe you can too, where things are just getting a little bit tougher. Gas prices are going up and inflation and the interest rates have risen. I've had a million deals fall through this year to date, it feels. So I am seeing how in real estate, that's my market. I'm not sure how it is in your market. Things are changing. Objections are becoming more common. People are worried. They don't want to make big decisions. They're putting things on pause. Maybe they locked in a really great interest rate when I sold them a house a couple of years ago, and they were kind of thinking about selling and upgrading this year, but now they don't want to take on a higher interest rate. Like those are the kinds of things that I'm dealing with. But alternatively, I do also have a few friends that are killing it. If you remember, if you follow me on social media, I talked about having 2 friends that are making 6 figures this month alone or last month, or they've got 6-figure a month type businesses that are still doing well and growing and succeeding. Meanwhile, I'm here languishing, feeling burnt out and frustrated and having deals fall through on me. And so if you're going through hell, keep going. I remember hearing that quote before, and that's kind of how it feels right now, where it's like, I have to work harder to hit the numbers that I used to make easier, if that makes sense. Like deals would fall on my lap. If someone wanted to buy a house, we got it done. If someone wanted to sell a house, we got it done. Now people are putting things on hold. Buyers are changing their mind or not getting qualified for houses that they want. So I feel you on the burnout thing. If you are listening, trust me, I'm burnt out too. Part of me was just like, screw it today. I didn't want to record this episode, like I mentioned. I ended up showing up here for you today, and you have to show up to do whatever it is that you need to do today as well. Because I realized that when I started this, I made a commitment to myself and to my audience to show up, to add value, to be there for you. And this is just me being vulnerable and real, that today was one of those days. And I know I had that episode called I'm Quitting, and I had a lot of people who reached out because of that message, where I was not sure if I wanted to continue to do this. Today's another one of those days where I am thinking about, is it worth doing this? Should I keep doing this? But I'm going to do it because I said I was going to, and I am a consistent person. And, is it really that much effort to turn on the camera and talk to you and do a 8-minute recording? It's really not that much time. And I can easily upload this for you, convert the audio to MP3. I don't even have to have a VA edit it. And again, the funniest part is that my virtual assistant who helps with my thumbnails already created the thumbnail for this. Like, she was on time with her thumbnail. I was not on time with my episode. So if you're dealing with burnout, surround yourself with people who are winning, who are doing huge things, who will motivate and inspire you. part of that action item for me, I know I've been working solo, doing my own thing. I love being able to do my own thing and not having to be told what to do. That's why I quit my corporate job. Many of you who are listening who may have corporate jobs can probably resonate with wanting to quit, with hating being told what to do. And trust me, I've been there. But part of me is thinking about maybe possibly joining like a top producing real estate team where I still am an independent contractor. I'm still doing my own thing. And instead of having to do it all solo and figure it out and find all my own leads and self-generate my own business, it would be a cool way to plug into my local Colorado market and like be fed and handed leads that are ready to buy, sell, rent real estate. Because to be honest, since we moved here over a year ago, my fiance and I haven't really made a great effort of networking with a whole lot of people because I've been on Zoom calls and online, leveraging the power of the internet. But a reminder to you all that as powerful and as amazing as the internet is, it often can't replace the power of a handshake, of a face-to-face coffee meeting or lunch meeting or networking meeting. And that's what I've gotten away from that I need to get closer to again. So that's stuff that energizes me. Me doing a solo episode is more draining than me doing a one-on-one interview conversation where I feed off the energy of the person on the other side of the camera and on having a cool conversation. And alternatively, I've been doing a lot of Zoom calls, like I mentioned. I know I get energy from meeting people, from being in a room with people, from even just sitting at a coffee shop with other people talking and coming in and out and like activity happening. That motivates me far more than this camera view where you can just see a blank wall behind me and my quiet office where maybe my cat occasionally jumps up on the table and the dog barks, things like that. It's still not quite the type of energy that I feel like I need to be surrounded by in order to be motivated to perform at the highest of levels. So if you're dealing with burnout, I am there with you. I didn't really have an answer to this. I'm sure there's some blog posts that we can both look up in YouTube videos on how to get through it. I think it is helpful to take some time, take a breather. If you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling stressed, walk outside, get some fresh air, go on a run, ride your bike, go on a hike, do something physical and just get that energy out and shake those negative emotions and feelings of lack and scarcity. Easier said than done. Trust me, I know. And come back and just realize all the things that you have to be grateful for. Oftentimes we take things for granted. We have a lot more to be grateful for than we realize. And our lives are often a lot better than we think. Whenever we really think about it, we compare ourselves to those who are truly struggling. We have so many things to be grateful for. And if we woke up this morning, if we had breath in our lungs, like that is an opportunity to improve our lives and to take action towards our goals. And that is exactly what I will continue to do and what I advise you continue to do. You can do it, continue to push. Things will get better. Have faith in the process, trust the process, but take action. Don't just sit there and hope and pray. Go out there and make things happen every single day. And that rhymed, pray and day. So that's it for this episode. I hope you found this valuable. I'll be sure to continue to put these out as often as possible. I'm thinking about maybe dropping to one a week. I've got 2 a week going right now. I just trying to evaluate where my time is going and where I'm getting the best ROI for my time spent type thing. So sharing with you the real stuff of me not knowing, is the value coming back on the podcast? Do I need to reduce it? Am I spending too much time on it? Those are the things I'm thinking through and giving you permission to do the same. Just because you said you were going to do something, don't quit on yourself too soon, but like it's okay to change things if things change in your life. If priorities shift around, go ahead and shift what you're spending your time on, because time is finite and we have to be very careful with how we spend it. So making sure that we get the best ROI for the activities that we're spending our time on, that makes a lot of sense. Just like you would expect an ROI when investing money, I do expect an ROI when I put my time into something. Whether it's a long-term ROI or short-term ROI, that's the hard part to calculate right now. But at the end of the day, I am spending time on things that I believe will yield results in the future, right? So that's it for today. I look forward to catching you on the next episode, and we'll talk soon. See ya.